adults, children of all ages, children look away. This isn't PG content here on the MisippBROs. We're coming to you live Thursday afternoon, couple ticks afternoon, from Misippo Drive, East Bay, California. Chad, where the heck you at on a Thursday?
Man, up here in Northern California, dude, but I don't know where the hell I'm at because I'm smoked out, dude. I can't see nothing. I smell a bunch of freaking fire, dude, as everyone in the Bay Area seems to be doing these days. It's brutal, but you got the MisippBROs coming to you live, dude. And no pun intended, but we are on fire coming at you live, telling you what's going on in the world of sports. Mark's got the 1989 going. We're going to talk about the Bay Bridge series. We are going to talk about KD and Draymond, dude. What is up with this Chips podcast? And they blew it up, dude, and threw us a curveball, dude. That'll be cool to go. And we got some wild card races going on. We got NFL. Oh, starting tonight, dude. 5 days in a row for all you NFL lovers, dude. You have an orgy fest of NFL action coming to you all weekend, dude. What are you looking forward to this weekend, bro?
Well, hey, on the NFL note, it's a big week in the football community. Diehards from the video game community looking forward to the release of Madden 22. Every year, it's highly anticipated. Every year, they move millions of copies. They've dove deep into franchise mode this year. Finally, if you play Madden out there, you know what I'm talking about. But enough about video games. Just trying to highlight the fact that the NFL is upon us. We'll be diving in more week by week. Not too much in the preseason department outside of some jawing at Raiders and Rams practice. Outside of some amazing catches by Jalen Reagor on the Eagles. He's drumming up some excitement there. Really, it's just too much to tune into training camp for this show to say, Trey Lance went 9 for 10 today at practice. Yeah. So, but yes, we have the Battle of the Bay.
Yes,
upon us, dude. 1989.
Look at that, dude. Look at that relic, dude. That is bad arse.
So,
dude, that was primetime big bro, dude. That was primetime big bro for me, dude. I'll tell you right now. High school,
yes.
Junior. Oh man, dude, crushing it, having a good time, man.
Well, hey, just so the fans know, the late '80s were a great time to be Chad. Whether it was his at the time beloved New York Mets winning the 1986 World Series, one month after this guy showed up on the face of the earth. I imagine that was pretty high living at the time. And then just a couple years later, the A's are in the World Series, not just in 1989. 88, hello, yep. Kirk Gibson, thank you very much. 89, sweeping the Giants in the Earthquake Bay Bridge series, of course. See the
and
shirt.
Then 90, dude.
And then 90, didn't they get swept by the Reds?
The Reds, the big red machine, 1990 version, returned the favor. Jose Rijo comes back as a former A and just decimates the A's. That was the biggest surprise in the 90s, dude, to start the decade, man, when it comes to World Series. The A's were huge favorites, dude. Huge. And they got swept, dude. It was crazy, man. But good times. And I got to change some diapers, dude, while watching the World Series, dude. Pretty cool.
And they were legendary diapers. So rumor has it. I don't remember what I was putting out, but I could imagine based on returns later in my life, I had some talent in the baggage department.
Woo, brother, man. Come on, man. We ain't even going to go there, but everyone else knows it. You know what I'm talking about when I go,
yes.
Whoa, man. What is that? Did a bear just take a shit?
Does a bear shit in the woods? Yes, they do.
No,
actually.
Mark does.
Yeah,
no, Mark does.
Mark would, but he's sitting here rolling around in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle diapers.
How did that come out of a kid this big? I'm like, what the hell?
I was lactose intolerant and somebody kept giving me milk, damn it. Anyways.
All right.
You know, I bring this up about the Oakland Athletics quite a bit. Here in the Bay Area, they're a little bit subject to the little brother syndrome of, they're in a big market. They don't spend the money the Giants do. They don't have the recent titles that the Giants do. But let's throw it back to that 88, 89, 90 run real quick. We could be living in a universe where the A's maybe won 2 out of 3 of those titles or 3 for 3. Not to debate that, but they had a recent dominant run, almost a dynastic run, to go along with their dynastic run in the 70s when they won 3 titles in a row, and I believe 4 out of 5, some thereabouts.
No, they won 72, 73, 74.
Okay, so when Chad was born, A's on fire. When Mark was born, A's on fire. And what I'm really trying to say is the Oakland Athletics do have a very rich history. People don't realize this. They have the 3rd most World Series titles in baseball history. Yes,
Correct.
some of them happened in Philadelphia. A glut of them happened in Oakland 50 years ago. However, put some respect on the Oakland Athletics, man. Yankees, Cardinals, A's. That's the World Series title run. That's
Dude, seriously, yes. And A's fans, diehards know this, but casual fans don't know because they just think of the A's like, the redheaded step kid, man, and no one really across the bay and this. But dude, like you said, third winningest franchise in history, dude, when it comes to World Series victories, dude. And I know Big E's gonna freaking check me on that. But how many of the Yanks got? 27?
27.
Like yeah, dude. Yeah. So
Bruce will be happy to fact check that for you.
Bruce. Yeah, Bruce is all over that. In fact, he didn't have to look it up. So the point is, man, hey, that's a great.
There it is. We can hear him. You can hear him. Thank you, Bruce.
Hey. Well, you know what? And as we mute Bruce, we're gonna go ahead and talk about. We'll talk about his the wild card race right now and how it shifted so quick in the way of Yanks looked like they were down. Hey, look it up, man. Look. You knew they weren't going away. You just knew that. They go take care of the Red Sox, dude. Red Sox on the way down. A's faltering a bit. And Yanks coming on up. Dude, the Mariners are still hanging in there, but everybody's chasing the Rays, dude. That just seems weird to say.
Well, hey, I don't know if you know this one, Chad. You know the Yankees have warmed up a little bit, actually quite a bit. Since July 17th, they are 23-8. It's the best mark in the majors by a little bit.
Yeah. And you know what, dude? And Yankee fans still not happy. They still want Boone gone. They're still pissed off that Luke Voigt isn't playing first base when they just picked up Anthony Rizzo, who helped them get to here. But anyways, Yankee fan, never happy, but that's part of fandom. It being awesome to listen to all the griping and just anger, dude, of Yankee fan, even when they're winning. Big E, this is for you. I love it, dude. I love listening to you complain, even when they lose 1 out of 10.
Hey, Yankees, Lakers and Knicks in basketball, even the Raiders in football. There's certain teams that fans love to hate.
Yes.
That the sport is better off when they're doing well. So here's to the Yankees being the damn Yankees and showing up in the middle of a playoff run. And I do think they have the staying power. I don't believe they're as good as 23-8, but I do believe they will sneak into the playoffs. And we'll see.
They're going down.
Because
they're going into the end.
They have all the gusto that the Red Sox apparently have lost. Yes, but however, you were highlighting the A's recent funk. Chris Bassett, prayers up, man, took one right off the cheeker. The A's best starter throughout the season, their all-star pitcher, and the guy that if the A's were going to end up in a wild card scenario like they do with a one-game play-in, one-game playoff, anything like it, Chris Bassett would probably be the guy you'd have the most faith to match zeros with another team's ace. So that was a major blow to the A's. And when I kind of think about it, the loss of Ramon Laureano, the sluggish start after the All-Star break. I'm not saying the deck is stacked against the A's, but
you can feel it though, can't you?
They're either going to be a
let's
team.
Be objective. Let's be objective here, okay? You can feel it. You can feel the momentum shifting. You can feel the A's kind of grasping. We were talking about even before Bassett took a 100-mile-an-hour freaking comebacker off his face. Think about that. Oh, but dude, not only that, man. You can feel the momentum changing. Laureano, the A's didn't have an ace. Bassett's not an ace. And so they didn't have, and Manaea is going AWOL at the wrong time yet again. And so here we are, dude. And the A's are going to have trouble, dude. They're going to have trouble, in this wild card race. But I want to talk about Bassett real quick. And I want to talk about what a man this man is, dude. Not only did he take one off the face and come out of the game but when he got to the hospital, when he freaking said, hey, I'm coming back. I want to thank everyone for the support, but I'm coming back and I'm a leader on this team. And there is no doubt he is a leader on that team, dude. I mean, that guy is to go through that. I mean, to think about what was flashing through his mind, dude, it's incredible, dude, that he's go I mean, he's such a positive dude, man. Good influence on the game of baseball.
Universally loved in the locker room and by media alike.
Yeah.
He's been touted for some time as being a guy that the team looks up to. Let me just say, one of the most horrific things in all of sports that can happen is that comebacker. I don't care if it's your least favorite team. I don't care if it's a Houston Astro on the mound. I don't care if Carlos Correa is pitching and takes one off the face. We hate to see it. Thank goodness the eye's intact. He never lost consciousness. You hate to even have these conversations.
Yeah.
I don't like to talk about brain damage outside of the NFL ramming heads together. But just one of those moments in sport that lightning can strike, and it's going to happen sometimes, and it's unfortunate. No, we're not going to move the mound back. Maybe you'll see pitchers wearing headgear or helmets, but all pitchers hate that sort of thing. Yeah. And guys that have pitched in the past, Chad, yourself included, you'll take your chances to perform at your optimal level.
I got plenty of close calls, dude. You're like, whoa, man. You know, you're just like a freaking sizzler next to your ear, dude, you know? So yeah, definitely, man. But
a crowd,
hey, prayers up to him. But you know what, man? Strong, dude. Just strong mentality, and he'll get through it.
When we last checked in on the A's, they were riding a little bit of a surge thanks to Matt Chapman having some breakout games. Now the conversation turned to the Chris Bassett cloud that hung over not just the game, but the series. The A's kind of went into a lull, either by product of that event or the Chicago White Sox leading staff and bullpen. I mean, Liam Hendricks, Michael Kopech, Garrett Crochet, and Craig Kimbrell. It's the White Sox kind of have that formula that, you know, get it to the sixth inning, hand it over to those guys. They're going to be tough to beat in the playoffs. And they're basically
real hard to beat. No one's talking about it because they opened up such a big lead. There's not really a race in the AL Central. But I'm going to tell you, dude, they are one juggernaut, and they probably end up going to sweep the A's today, man. I think they're playing right now.
They just might, and thank you for touching on that.
But I mean, you know, the White Sox, man, the Rays, and then you got the AL East, dude. It's going to be a dog fight, and don't forget about the Astros. They're still in the division, I think.
The A's opponent this weekend, none other than the San Francisco Giants. I'll tell you something the Giants do a whole lot of that the A's just haven't been able to do at the same level. Whether it's looking at their win-loss record, the Giants' advantage. The Giants don't lose series to bad teams.
Right.
They beat those New York Mets types teams. They just destroy the Rockies. They take care of the Diamondbacks, of course. Thank you. They're always winning 2 out of 3, it seems, if not sweeps. But they win series. They don't lose them to bad teams. And the A's have a bit of a Mariners bugaboo, Rangers bugaboo. So it's going to flesh out here in this series. Can the A's take 2 out of 3? Will the Giants take 2 out of 3? It's a 3-game series. Who you got?
Hey, we'll be there on Sunday, man.
For the decisive.
The decisive game, dude. I think it's going to go 2 out of 3 either way, man. You know, that's not you know, award-winning commentary, dude. I get it, but I think the A's will take at least one. I would go towards the Giants playing better baseball right now. Much better baseball altogether. Maybe the A's get a little shot of adrenaline, dude, coming back off, you know, the road trip and Bassett injury, and maybe they pull a couple out of the hat. I would love to see. I want to see some competitive games. I want to see the back and forth between Giants fans, A's fans at the game. I'll be right in the middle of it, dude. We'll both be right in the middle of it. Come hang out with Brother Spark, dude, over at Shibe Park Tavern, dude. We'll be going. Mark will be up there knocking it back, dude. I'll be there too, just not knocking it back. But the point is, man, we're going to watch some baseball, dude, have some great times here in the Bay, dude. Don't get to do this much with my bro, so I got to take the opportunity.
It's always electric whenever it's A's and Giants together in one place. You get the cheers back and forth. Let's go, Oakland. Let's go, Giants. Let's go, Oakland. And you throw in the horns and the drums at the Coliseum. It's going to be a festive weekend, I'll tell you that much. So
how many panda hats? How many panda hats you
maybe a couple. Will we get an interview from the two of us at the game? Yeah, you know what? We could put something live up on the Instagram page. Give them a little bit of content coming to you live from the field.
There's a thought.
Let's put something up there. So look forward to it. Maybe a little GoPro action from yours truly, Big Bruce. Thank you. We'll be on it. We'll be all over it. And I think I'm going to be crashing the night in Alameda with you later that night. So let's have
the island, baby. So, it's not really an island, but we'll call it an island. All right. Hey, dude, I want to pivot a little bit, man. I know you got something on your mind, dude, but you want to go ahead. Go
from the chat. From the chat. Sean from the East Coast says the A's should have kept Simeon. Thank you for the obvious.
Oh, well, shit. Yeah.
That was.
Hey, Sean, you know, let's see. Who's Sean's team, dude? Who's Sean's team, dude?
Oh, that's Philly? The Phillies. It's the Phillies.
Okay. All right.
No.
The Phillies should have kept. Let's see. Who can we say they should have kept? Let's see. Yeah, they don't really have too many good guys that got away lately, so we'll just leave it at that. But yes, Semien was a big oops by the A's. No doubt about it, Sean. Everyone around here knows that. Everyone in baseball knows it. Now he becomes an all-star second baseman, and he's going to get a nice contract.
Well, he was third in the MVP in 2019, the last full season before the pandemic, so he was on his way there, but he had a rough 2020, which brought down his value a little bit. He's on a prove-it contract with Toronto, 1 year, $18 million, something the A's maybe could have matched, and maybe in the future they will, because there's talk about the MLB having a payroll floor and a tax on a ceiling. What we're talking about is there's discussions about the MLB making sure every roster spends at least $100 million. How do you get teams like the Rays, the Royals, the A's to get to that threshold with their penny pinching owners or small markets, whatever the excuse be? Well, they're going to tax. Right. They're going to use money that's going to tax teams over $180 million. This has all been just proposed. It's being lightly discussed. Teams like the Dodgers, teams like the Giants, the Yankees, the Red Sox that typically find themselves over that threshold will now be paying extra taxes to bring the floor up. I'm all for it. I want as much equality as we can get in baseball. I'm sick of the I'm sick of the Dodgers having a $270 million payroll while the A's can't keep
Red Sox,
Semien in town. It's the same culprits
Giants
all the time.
Well, yeah. And that's good for the integrity of baseball, right? To bring up a floor, dude. Now, that's just the first proposal. Remember, this is a long, drawn-out negotiation, dude. So this is just first shots fired. And so, altogether, I think that the luxury tax will be a little bit higher. 100 is an even number. It's a big even number. That's why people like it. It might not end up around there, but I think it's a great idea, man. And if that's the case, dude, you can watch these owners start selling, dude, because Fisher ain't spending no 100 mil, bro. He ain't spending no 100 mil. That guy won't even spend $10, dude, to freaking get stuff done. So I think that it depends on, hey, we got some news about, so-called, what's weird about this Coliseum thing, man? The Howard Terminal, man, is that the city council and the mayor keeps talking about Libby Schaaf coming out. Oh, yeah, we're almost done. We've got a great. The A's haven't said a word.
They haven't
said a word. And watch out for this, dude. Why are you being so quiet, Dave Cavall, John Fisher? Why are you being so quiet, dude? So this is going to be very interesting here in the near future.
Chad, forever the pessimist on the topic of an A's ballpark. Until there's shovels in the ground, he won't believe a single thing.
They've been talking about building a new ballpark since I was changing your diapers, brother.
For sure. Now, now in the most recent discussions, the A's have backed off of trips to Las Vegas and all that flirting with other cities, and that was at the request of the Oakland City Council and all the negotiations that continue on. Until something substantial happens here, we're not going to really cover it, but I will say the A's did stop flirting with other locations for now.
You know what? Good. Maybe no talking is best. That's best for everyone involved. Hey, dude. I wanted to talk about something that came up in the crypto sphere, dude. The number one NBA pick, Cade Cunningham, I think his name is, followed the number one pick in the NFL, Trevor Lawrence, both getting paid in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Whoa, do you sense a trend here, man? This is really interesting. The youngsters are grabbing this and grabbing sponsorships, grabbing some pub, dude, and getting paid in an appreciating asset, dude. That, to me, is pretty big damn news, dude. What do you think about it, man?
Well, I think it's a step into the future. Of course, I'm looking up the sponsor that he did get.
BlockFi.
BlockFi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lending institution. You can park your crypto capital that you have, and you can borrow against it, such as like a house, right? You have a house, and people take a mortgage out on a house. Well, BlockFi will allow you to put your Bitcoin and Ethereum and other well-known assets into it, and you can borrow against it. So, and you can earn interest on your crypto when you go there. Now, I don't even work for BlockFi, and that sounds pretty good, right? But I know much about it, dude, because I've been in the space for a few years. It's pretty damn big, and it's got a lot of people on crypto Twitter talking about it a lot, dude.
Talking on Twitter. Twalking on
dude. Damn
Twitter.
it, you heard that? All right, man. Call me out. That's cool.
Good
That's
headphones. Good headphones. No, it's part of a trend of athletes taking certain parts of their contract or the entire contract, signing bonuses. Saquon Barkley's another example.
Yes.
He said, "Hey, New York Giants, give me my base salary in cash. Give me all my bonuses in crypto." It's both amounts are good to play with. So,
ooh, who was the first athlete? Do you remember?
I remember there was a tackle that got traded to the Carolina
Yes.
Panthers, and he said, "Give me my signing bonus in crypto." I am lacking the name right now. I want to say a name that's retired now, but it's not Michael Oher. It is Russell Okung, the former Seattle Seahawks tackle.
Yes.
He should have been paid extra to protect Russell Wilson's ass, because that guy's been running around in the backfield for about 8 years straight, if you ask me. Now,
just for context sake, since he did that, he was the first one. His bonus that he got, that he took in Bitcoin instead of cash, is up 120%, just to let you know.
I believe that bonus was about 6 million or so. So he'd be looking at 7-8 million now. I mean, and that's, again, it's only going to go up here, folks.
No. Future. Up 110%.
Oh, so double.
6 million equals 12 million, bro.
Well, then it would be up 200%. We need to check your numbers there. Because if it's up 100%, oh, wait, I guess it would just be doubled, yeah?
Hey, don't mess with me on numbers, bro. Go to your next subject, man.
Damn it. Well, sticking in the world of basketball, sometimes I wonder why these guys got to say so much. And I'm not the type to say, shut up and dribble, okay? I'm okay with athletes having a voice. I'm just tired of the this way, that way, this way, that way that is the Draymond Green, Kevin Durant saga, okay? This popped up in an interview yesterday. If you haven't watched it, listen to it, Chad. It's worth a little watch. Just you get Kevin Durant.
I did.
He's so insecure in the way he talks. He literally talks with his hand over his mouth half the time. I don't know what goes on in this guy's head. He's one of the greatest basketball players of all time, and I can't grasp why an on the court argument turned into, talk about making a mountain out of a molehill. The way they handled this, Draymond speaking out two sides of his mouth. Draymond talking to his bosses, Steve Kerr and Bob Myers, laughing in their face because the alternative would have been cussing them the F out. Draymond, let me just say this, bro, and I'm going to throw it over to you. Draymond, how many times have the Warriors catered to you, defended you, padded your hard landings sometimes, all in between? And to come out and just say that, whether this is old news or not, but to even put it in the airwaves, not a good look. He's ruffled a lot of feathers with this one.
Draymond is, he just got done with the gold medal. His head's all big right now. He's prone to but now he has his own podcast. And this is the problem. Way too much info, right? Like, I know way too much about Kevin Durant. And the fact that I don't want to know anything more because I want to watch him just play. Draymond needs to remember that without the Warriors, Draymond's not much. Okay? Without the supporting cast, Draymond isn't much. He's good, but not who he has become. And for him to go out and make that public, that he thinks Myers and Kerr screwed the pooch on this one, I thought this was already finished, man. I don't even need to bring it up. But they wanted to, and they did. And, going back to camp, dude, Draymond's got some splaining to do, man. So that's going to be a little awkward.
Well, I mean, Draymond has had audio bites over the years that he calls Bob Myers a big brother or a life coach. Looks up to Steve Kerr, all these things. How do you let audio come out like that basically you laughed in your boss's face?
He didn't let audio come out. He brought it up.
Yes,
he was the host of this podcast.
Wholesale sent it. Yes.
Yes.
But why, after 2 years, did you have to get that off your conscience? Did you have to dry Kevin Durant's tears over the subject? Because this all started with a clap. We were calling it Clapgate. Kevin Durant wanted the ball. Draymond didn't pass it to him. And the Warriors never had a true cohesiveness about him for the remainder of the year. Kevin Durant out the door the following summer.
Yeah, and they said a couple things in that interview that were very interesting, including Durant himself. And we all, as fans, thought the same thing. How come you guys just couldn't figure it out to get 3 straight, dude? I mean, because there's those times do not come around. Why it was happening, I was telling everyone around me that I could, including my good friends I used to watch games with. And I said, man, dude, enjoy this moment, dude. Enjoy it. Hey, man, when we were at the parade, dude, same thing. Enjoy this, bro. This does not happen very much, and we took full advantage of it. But, they should have, man, they really blew it, dude. They went egos, and, man, they're human. That's what happens to humans, dude. Egos get in the way, and things don't happen.
Humans get in the way. I mean, the only thing that could bring down the Warriors' dynastic run of the last 5 years would have been something internal. Just didn't think that one event would be the thing that would, derail it. And Kevin Durant, always taking things personally. There's a book out there that everyone should read called The Four Agreements. One of the four agreements is not to take things so personally. Maybe Kevin Durant should do a little bit more reading.
I think society should read that book.
I agree. And maybe he'll end up in less Twitter battles with 19-year-olds from Oklahoma City with his burner account. This guy just,
Dude,
man,
get off Twitter. Dude,
in a different era, he would have been better served. If he was playing in the 80s and 90s, he'd have been better served. The less you know, the better, right? So,
no doubt about it, man. You need to focus in on what's important to you, man.
There was a time,
noise, dude.
And I'm going to go into Chad's generation now, but I remember growing up worshiping guys like Mark McGuire, Barry Bonds, Ken Griffey Jr. I got a great Ken Griffey Jr. stat coming up here in a second. But the veil was thick. You didn't have access to these athletes at the rate you do now, not nearly. Okay, when I say the veil was thick, meaning their private lives. Barry Bonds made a lot of news. Mark McGuire made a lot of news, but it was always in a baseball uniform. Even the steroid allegations in a baseball uniform. Yeah. My kid mind, this would not happen now. If Mark was 7 years old today, it wouldn't happen now because we know too much. I used to think if I ever saw Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire at the grocery store doing a normal human thing, just shopping, getting their car oil change, what have you, if I caught them in public, I was convinced they would be in full uniform. Because in my kid mind, that's the only way I ever saw them. Every time Kevin Durant puts on an Oakland A's hat during one of these dopey podcasts, now the veil's been lifted. I feel like I'm going to see him in street clothes, right? So anyway, this isn't the A's hat he chooses to sport. There's something behind why he wears that. I think it's just his little ode to Oakland, but not important. There was a time when athletes were well veiled and they got to be private in their lives if they so chose to do. And I will always marvel at the career of Derek Jeter. He stayed squeaky clean for 20 years in New York.
Unreal.
Still no dirt. Still no dirt.
Dude, a single guy starting shortstop superstar in New York, no dirt. That's unfathomable. Like, how does that happen, dude? And he did it. He did it, dude. Yeah. You always got to give him mad props. First, for the people that he hung out with, and second, because of what he did, and in the epicenter that is New York, dude, and with such grace, dude, with such freaking confidence, dude, and not only that, man, the guy was he's just a good dude, man. He has to be. You can't make it through New York single without any problems, dude, without being a good guy. So it is.
Yeah, he did it for a long time, and unless somebody has a tell-all book coming out, I think Derek Jeter's reputation in his playing days is safe and secure. As good as an opposite field line drive to right, his patented inside-out swing. So
yes,
hats off to him. Bro, you didn't see it coming now because I got it. We gotta talk Shohei Ohtani, but I have so many numbers that I'm gonna save it as part of the Sips quick hits, if you will. We have an off-the-ball topic, one from the chat line, one from our producer. And I'm not going to tell you which one's which because I didn't see either of these coming, but they're good. They're good.
All right.
We'll start off with maybe the slightly deeper one. There's a current event going on in the world. It gripped headlines starting Monday morning. It's sure to dominate headlines for a long time coming. The insurrection of the country, Afghanistan, whatever you want to call it, the takeover. Still a lot of details coming out, a lot of crazy images from the airport, whatnot, but I'll get to the question. As a former veteran, how do you feel about the United States pulling out of Afghanistan?
Interesting. It's funny because I'm getting on a Skype call actually this Saturday and talking to a lot of my former vets, you screwed me up, former military about this because once you're a veteran, you're a veteran. There's no former about it.
I saw you wanted to correct that.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. It's former Marine and then veteran. Okay, so what are my thoughts, dude? It's a very complicated subject, but we needed to get out of there one way or another. And so the point is that how do I say? There's no easy way to end a conflict. There isn't. You have to leave, and it's going to be ugly. It's going to be not done correctly all the time. The biggest problem I had with it was and I talked to my buddies before about this, weeks before it even came to this, is that they broadcast when they were leaving. And, you know, and that in the military speak, you know, we never told anyone what we were doing beforehand. You don't broadcast where you're going to go. You don't broadcast who you're going after. You don't broadcast where you are, what your coordinates are, what your position is, where you think you're going to go. And not only that, man, that's the thing that, you know, this whole era of transparency and this, that should not apply to the military, dude. You're seeing what's happening when you set a date. Oh, we're going to withdraw all our forces by September 1st. Dude, it's August 10th. Like, what are you telling everybody this? That blew my mind, dude. Just privately, I went, oh, no, that's not good. That's not good. So they could have handled a lot better, dude. This is a screw up from this administration, dude. The first big one I've seen. You know, the previous administration had, it was just embarrassing. But the point is that as a military man, this is hurtful. But at the same time, I'm glad that our soldiers are no longer going to have to suffer over there, because I know plenty of people who came back from there and they're screwed up for the rest of their life. For what? For what reason, dude? Nothing. Look what happened in one day. If they don't want to fight, they don't want to fight. That's all there is to it, dude.
Well said. And on the note of coming back home and things will never be the same, I mean, you've experienced it yourself firsthand. You've helped recuperate other veterans, former Marine, former military, former Army, support groups, what have you, because it's I almost call it a crime, the way that, you know, you sacrifice it all, put on the stars and stripes, you go wherever they send you, you do whatever they tell you to do. When you come home, you know, you don't have a shiny college degree. You're 23, 24 years old, maybe, like a lot of 23, 24-year-olds. You'd have some friends the same age. Those kids would have been going to college. Those kids would have been getting the jobs that are above entry level. And it's unfortunate that the infrastructure that is here, when, you know, historically there was parades held for soldiers when they come back home. You know, Uncle Sam, I want you. Back in the day, a soldier's salary could pay for a house, support a wife and kids. Nowadays, it's almost catch and release. Here you go, kid. Go enjoy that cashier job.
And it's very hard to assimilate, we call it, to society, man. It takes a while. It took me a while, dude. Even though I put on a good show in my mind, you know, I said, okay, man, I'm all right. I'm cool, man. It took a while for it to come out about, oh man, maybe I'm not all right, dude. You know, maybe it's hard for me to, you know, I had trouble with friendships and stuff when I got out of the military, because you if someone says you're going to be there at 6 o'clock, you're there. There's no saying, oh, I'm going to be 10 minutes away, 20. No, there isn't. And so I had a hard time with that, little stuff like that. And so I appreciate the question, man. And I appreciate, you know, being able to talk about it. But it is a tough situation, man. I think we do, you know, for the longest time, I still had buddies over there, man, that got out and they ended up being contractors over there. They love the action. They love, you know, being in the mix. But, you know, I'm glad we're out of there, dude. It could have been handled 10 times better. Most definitely. Wow. You don't broadcast where the hell you're going, dude, and how many times. You just get people to start leaving little by little from the airport, dude.
Well, thank you for sharing that, Brother Chad. That question came from producer Bruce, so thank you. And a little bit on the lighter side.
Yes.
This one might not ring as relevant for you, Chad, but there was a time when you were maybe enjoying some hooch, enjoying some booze, maybe shortly after coming back from the Marines. And one of our favorite call-ins, Mr. Mikey B, he wants to know, the two of us, do we have a favorite liquor? Did you have a favorite liquor? One you went to avoid hangover specifically?
Oh, man. Avoid hangover. Good luck, dude. Yeah. You know, man, I was in the Marines, dude. I was Jack and Coke guy, dude. Jack Coke, Turkey Coke, that kind of stuff, dude. That was back in the day, man. I'm not a huge hard liquor guy, man. I wasn't. But when I did, it was not a good thing for me. So, so I stuck to beer mostly, dude. But yeah, Jack and Coke was the Marine Corps drink, dude, for sure.
Now, you spent some time in Tennessee, so Jack and Coke would agree. You know, Jack Daniels
Oh,
from
yeah.
Tennessee in a dry county. Fun fact for those that don't know, Jack Daniels. It's illegal to be purchased in the county it's made. I forget. There's something about the county of Lynchburg, I want to say is the county. They distill it within that county, but it's not for sale within that county. Something like that. Are you familiar?
Man, dude, you got me on that one, dude. I'm retired.
All right. Well, hey, and we'll kick it over to someone who's maybe in his prime.
Dude, tell me yours, dude. I mean, you're right in the mix, dude. Talk to me.
Most people could guess this that know me, but I'm good for top shelf tequilas. Starting with your Casadores, your Espolón, moving, of course, up to Don Julio. Casa Noble, if you want to spoil me. Clase Azul, if you really want to spoil me. But what I'm getting at is tequila is a nice organic spirit. It's naturally sweetened. There's nothing added to it. Important for avoiding a hangover because it comes from God's green earth. Nothing added besides the natural agave, the cacti it's made from. So I'm for tequila, and in moderation, it's been said to help your metabolism. So
wow, dude, that's
in moderation. In moderation.
Hey, man, you know what? Good for you. I knew you were a tequila guy. I've seen you, dude, in action. I was going to say Hypnotic, dude, but I guess that's wrong.
Oh, you're reaching back half a lifetime ago. And people listening, anyone around the class of 2005 would be familiar with the spirit Hypnotic, the French cognac liqueur. Yes, I used to put down a bottle of the sweet Blue Genie stuff. Didn't do a lot of Incredible Hulks and mixing like that, but to the point, I did earn the nickname Hypnotic thanks to a fall league baseball coach who, when I was going to get my baseball gear out of my trunk, he spotted an empty Hypnotic bottle. And he said, "What in the hell is that?" And I explained to him, hey, just girls like it. I like to bring it to parties. He said,
girls
okay,
like it. No, Mark likes it.
Whatever, Hypnotic, whatever. So I said, I'm going to use that. I'm going to borrow that. So that was my AIM screen name while AIM was living out its glory days. Hypnotic 22. Don't hit me up there, all right? So. Yeah. That's it for liquor and liqueur, and that was the quick off-the-ball topic. We appreciate it from the line.
Yes.
I'm not sure if they still make Hypnotic, Mikey B, and I'm not exactly interested. But Mikey B also says, thank you for your service, Chad.
Hey, right on, Mike.
We got just a couple of minutes, and we've resisted talking about Shohei Ohtani the last couple shows. There was a time when we couldn't stop talking about him, whether it was right around the home run derby or he did another amazing thing. But Chad, last night, he became the fourth pitcher ever to go 8+ innings and hit a home run. By the way, he was batting leadoff in said game.
Dude, I saw that, man. I looked at the box score this morning. I went, wait a minute. He's batting lead and throwing on. I mean, dude, I think people are underestimating the impact of this on the game of baseball because we don't see this. And I think we're getting, because he's on the Angels and not in the race too much. I mean, they did get back to 500. But what we're seeing, 40 bombs and starting the All-Star game on the mound. What? Dude, that was not even thought possible. I marvel at it. I love watching the guy. And more attention should be towards this. Baseball people know this is out of control crazy. This is like a quarterback in the NFL throwing freaking 4 tuds, right? And playing strong safety and getting 2 picks. All right? I mean, in the same game.
It's like sacking the quarterback and being the quarterback, okay?
Correct.
It's doing skills that just aren't in the same tree.
No.
Just a couple ridiculous numbers, okay? With the 40th home run, 40th, he's leading the league in home runs. He became the 4th player ever, and there's actually only 2 of them, but you're going to hear of one of them. 40 home runs in a season that you made 1 pitching appearance. It's been done 4 times. Babe Ruth, 1920, Babe Ruth, 1921, Babe Ruth, 1930, and Rocky Colavito, 1958. Whoever the heck you are, cheers, Rocky.
But dude, Rocky was an MVP for the Cleveland Indians, dude.
And he pitched an inning, apparently, because he hit 41 home runs that year. Shohei's at 40. He's on his way to 50. He also has 15 stolen bases. He became the 2nd fastest player ever to have 40 homers and 15 stolen bases in a season. Took him 122 games. It took this fella 117. His name's Ken Griffey Jr. The year was 1998.
Oh,
so
that is just
skills like Griffey. And he's 8-1 on the mound with a 2.79 ERA, 1.58 since July. 1.58.
Dude, as you can tell, I'm a loss for words, dude. As a baseball guy, I seriously, I can't watch him and just go, holy you know what I'm talking about, dude. It's like I seriously I love what he's doing for the game, but we really need to appreciate this, dude.
He batted lead off. He didn't walk a single batter. He struck out 8 of them. His last pitch of the night, 87th pitch, was registered at 98 miles an hour. A lot of fans wanted to see him get the complete game, but he exited after 87 pitches. Apologies to Vladimir Guerrero Jr., 22-year-old with improved defense, batting .313 with a 409 OBP, 600 slugging. He's probably going to end up around 45 homers and 120 RBIs. He might not get a single first-place MVP vote, okay? Shohei Ohtani might end up with 50 homers, 25 stolen bases, and an ERA under 3. I mean, just hand it over. Hand it over.
That's the epitome of I don't care the MVP, you call it most valuable player, best player in the league. He's both. Period. And so end it right now and give Shohei his trophy, dude.
Well, maybe my favorite Shohei stat. Last night, of course, he hit his 40th home run. He's only surrendered 33 earned runs on the hill.
Jesus. That is just, I mean, I in this day and age with so much talent in the box, in the batter's box, and to do this against the guys and then himself freaking slicing bombs in the upper deck. It's incredible. It's incredible, dude. Absolutely.
Yes. He hit another home run over 110 miles an hour off the bat. But, man, just, you know, and I brought this up. We talked on the phone last week. The Blue Jays were in town against the Angels last week. So not to give you old news, but Shohei Ohtani struck out Vladimir Guerrero, who's number 2 in home runs. When was the last time the league leader in home runs struck out the number 2 leader in home runs? Never. Don't even have to dig that one up.
This is all new territory that you can throw everything else out. And the comparisons to Babe Ruth are now not even close. Babe Ruth did it over a longer period of time before he went to the Yankees full time and just kept on hitting, of course. But, you know, yeah, he did it for a couple of years with the Sox. But, dude, this is unreal, man. Babe Ruth didn't even come close to this, dude.
No. And I've said that Shohei has become the spectacle in baseball where you just got to watch. You got to get that little bit of news, that update. Did he do it again? It's the most I've seen since the 1998 home run chase with McGuire and Sosa. You just had to get your update. You're going to get an update.
I agree with you, dude. We do, but I don't see the national attention to it. I really don't. I don't feel that. It's unfortunate, but I just don't feel that. I don't see. And maybe I'm missing out. Maybe I'm wrong about this, but I just don't feel the same because maybe the Angels aren't in it, and then you got stupid Jack Morris saying stupid stuff on air. Hey, Jack, you know, man, you were a mediocre pitcher, dude, that had some big games that ended up in the Hall of Fame somehow because I think he's in the Hall of really good. But, man, dude, go back to the bar, dude, where you can say that kind of shit. Okay?
Crusty old white man makes
crusty old dude.
Insensitive comment.
If that wasn't the epitome of the world changing in one instant, okay, this is what's happening. And these guys and gals that speak like this and talk like this, they're getting left behind and they feel it. They feel it, dude. And to say something like that, to be so comfortable to say that on air, dude, it's really, man, hey, Jack Morris, bye-bye.
Yep.
Bye-bye. Go back to the bar, Jack.
Couple more numbers for you on these quick hits, Chad. 2 episodes ago, you asked me who the number 1 pick in fantasy baseball would be if the season started tomorrow. You would be pretty good with Shohei Ohtani. I mentioned Vladimir Guerrero Jr., but I want to make an apology. I want to amend that. Fernando Tatis Jr.
Dude, yes.
Shortstop, right fielder. His last 162 games go like this. And yes, he's had some injuries. So his last 162 played. Here's his numbers. 55 homers, 129 RBIs, 141 runs scored, and 36 stolen bases. I think that's a safe first pick in fantasy baseball.
All with a bad wing, dude.
All with a shoulder that he basically ripped out of socket on a violent swing. Dude, and he's back. He's back. And
I love the younger players in baseball, dude. They are freaking so talented, bro. So talented.
He's
talent
22.
that I did not see only once in a while growing up. The Ken Griffey Juniors, this kind of stuff. And these guys are coming at you fast and furious, man. Tatis leads the league, I just saw, in home runs and runs. And he's been on the shelf for months.
Mm-hmm.
He's unreal, dude. Absolutely.
And there are Giants fans out there that want some MVP type love for, the Buster Posies and the Brandon Crawfords. Crawford is having a heck of a season, but when you look within your own division and Tatis is doing that, regardless of where the Padres end up, I just think the Giants have too much of a team thing going on, which they usually do. It's good for winning.
That's a good thing.
But that's a good thing. Their own teammates are going to take MVP votes away from each other. So anyway, Fernando Tatis appreciation, and Joey Votto at the end of his career now. He's getting towards it. We thought he's had a bit of a resurgence this year. He won an MVP in 2010. He's a certifiable MVP candidate this year. He's up to 26 homers. He just passed. He just got to 2,000 hits. He's career batting over 300, 400 OBP, 500 slugging. Nasty. Of those qualified batters with 5,000 plate appearances, only 5 of the 22 ever aren't in the Hall of Fame. These are their names. Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Dude, you're blowing my mind, dude. You throw me so many numbers, dude. I don't even know what to do right now.
Manny Ramirez, Todd Helton, and Mike Trout. So here's to Joey Votto. Joey Bats. No, that was Bautista. But anyway, here's to Joey Votto. Sticking with the Reds an entire career, maybe making a World Series appearance.
Yeah.
I love it. 11 years since his last MVP.
No doubt, man. Votto is the man, and he's a good guy, too, man. The guy the fans love him, and he's great for baseball, dude. Glad to see the Reds back in it, dude.
Dribble.
Shirt, maybe. During the podcast, dude. What are you doing? Come on.
Cut the film. Cut it.
Tighten it up, dude. What's up with that? Bruce, we're going to commercial. We're going to commercial, dude. So
people are going to know I'm not perfect. Damn it.
All right, man. Well, hey, dude, we got to wrap this up, dude. It's getting out there, man.
I'll see you Sunday.
What's up?
I'll see you on Sunday.
Yeah, dude. Me and the MisippBROs get to hang mano y mano, dude, on the Battle of the Bay on Sunday at the Coliseum near Shibe Park Tavern, second deck. Come and say hey, dude. Come and say hey. What's up, man. Take some pics and spit us some knowledge, dude. Love to hear what you got to say. Love to hear what you got to show us, but don't show a. That wasn't that good.
Shohei
Ohtani-san. Yes,
so,
yes.
Yes, friends. Look forward in the Bay Area to the Battle of the Bay this weekend. We'll be catching up with you on Monday. No guarantees I'll be there, but Chad, you'll be here.
Oh, baby, I'll be taking up slack if you can't make it, dude. Just like you do if I can't make it, man. That's what makes us MisippBROs, dude. All right.
Love it. Oh, and I just sent the wrong chat, the wrong thing. Here we go.
That's all right, dude, man. Hey, Miggy, we're waiting. We're waiting, Miggy. We're waiting. That's all I got to say.
There it is. He'll be hitting 500 homers any minute now.
Don't jinx it. We're waiting.
He'll get there. We talked about Miggy as a young Marlin the other day. That was fun.
Excellent.
So, friends, thank you for tuning in. Chad, thank you for sharing your insights as a former Marine veteran. Again, we appreciate your service.
Hey, right on, man.
And no mustache.
Yeah, dude, it didn't go over totally well, with myself included. The people, yeah, even our popster, dude, I went and saw the pop, and I said, and he goes, that doesn't work too good for you. I started laughing. I said, yeah, I got you, Pop, but I had to take a quick snap, and we'll put it on the MisippBROs Instagram, dude. It'd be good. So, yeah. You did get a picture? I did, dude. I did. All right. Most definitely. All right. Good. Well, you didn't see this coming, but there is evidence of a Mark stash out there. It's not pretty. Oh! Hi, my name's Mark, and I'll be your hipster bartender tonight. And side profile. Yep. No. All right. We're here for all the self-deprecation here at MisippBROs. Hey, come on, man. Don't do that to the folks. Send in your awful mustaches, friends. Send them in. All right. Hey, Michael, man. Shay, thanks for checking us out, dude. Bruce, man, as always, dude, knocking it back, getting us out there, and making us look clean, baby. Appreciate it. All right. Right on. All right, friends. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next week.